Welcome to the 2015 Rally America National Championship, combining some of the world's best drivers on some of the toughest stage roads in North America. Through 8 rounds of racing spanning coast to coast across the United States, through mud, snow, dust, and forest, one radio show is there covering all the action. This is Rally America Radio.
All right, welcome to Rally America Radio, live from the SnoDrift Rally up here in Atlanta, Michigan. We're here with Nick Roberts, going to be our first guest on the 2015 edition of Rally America Radio. How's everything going, Nick?
Good. We're just in here in the RV staying warm, but I'm excited to get out there on the roads later today.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about 2015 because, last year you were so close to, SP Production Championship. You got to be, got to have your sights set on the championship for 2015.
Absolutely. Last year we lost by 1 point. We were so close. It was such a great battle all year. But this year I think we're going to go for it. We're bringing out a new car for 100 Acre Woods, and we're going to make some big improvements. So I'm excited. I think I feel pretty confident for this year.
Yeah, and I know last year, what we talked about, you were, so close. You had that scary fire there, and you guys ended up putting together a car, in such a short amount of time. So we're going to see another new car for 100 Acre Woods, you're saying? Yeah,
that's correct. Last year at Oregon Trail, we had a fire. We lost the car, lost everything, and in 19 days we rebuilt the car, got to STPR, and won first in our class and third overall, which was our best overall finish yet. But this car that we're working on now, we've made some improvements. We built that car in 19 days, and it wasn't as perfect as I would have liked, so on this new car, we've learned this will be our third version of the car that we've built, so we've found ways to take a lot of weight out of the car and get the center of gravity lower, so I'm excited for that.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about, the SnoDrift Rally in general, because it's only, snow, dedicated rally on the calendar. How do you approach this differently than you would, say, 100 Acre Woods or Ojibwe or some of the events over the summer?
It's a lot of work. I think I'm excited about it because it is the only one we do, but I'm also kind of excited to get it out of the way. I'm from Minnesota, so these roads kind of suit me. I grew up driving on the snow and ice, so it's familiar for me. But they're great. I mean, being out on these roads, they're beautiful. It's snow. It's just completely different. It's a different car setup. You set your car up a lot different. Your tires are different. It's very strategic. You get on gravel. There's a lot of strategicness in that, but that's just flat out. But we spend a lot of time on our notes. I think that's when we're doing recce, we really pay a lot of attention to what the road surfaces are, corners, snowbanks, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and this one, it's scary. You get off on a snowbank in this one, and you're digging, and other rallies you may have a chance to to drive out of it. Here you're pretty much stuffed, and you guys are out shoveling, so you've got to be really, really careful in this one.
Yeah, as you saw my testing video I posted the other day, I mean, the snowbanks can be a blessing and a curse in the same sense where that you can use the snowbank where you don't have a lot of traction. You can use them to slow the car down or maybe to get the car to rotate. But you start getting too far into the snowbank and it'll pull you in and you can get stuck. But they'll also slow you down. If you're going off into the woods, they'll help you shed some speed before you hit something hard.
Yeah, and I know earlier this week you guys were, obviously out doing recce. I know yesterday, 6 inches of fresh snow in the morning, it looked like. How does that affect things with the layout of the course over the day with the changes with more snow going to be, on tap?
I'm really excited about that. For me, it makes, I think there's a lot more traction. When we were testing, it was plowed roads, so there's a lot more snow, or a lot more ice, sorry. And now after the 6 inches of fresh powder, it just adds a little bit more grip to the roads, so you can get the car to turn a little bit better, you get a little bit better braking, a little bit more predictability. But yeah, so other than that, I think I'm excited for it. It makes me happy. If it's ice, it's a little bit more treacherous.
All right. Well, and this is year number 2 with Rhiannon, your co-rider. So, obviously, or co-driver. I'm, from the off-road world. We call them co-riders there. But, yeah, you're co-driver. So, obviously, you guys have, had a chance to kind of get in sync a little more. And, year number 2 with her, it's got to be excited to have her back in the car with you as well.
Oh, absolutely. I'm really excited. Rhiannon's done a fantastic job. She brings a lot of experience to the car. This will be our 9th rally together. And it's just, every rally we get, we work better and better together, and we understand each other's language a little bit better and better. And it's just each rally that we do together just makes it that much easier.
All right. Well, thanks for the interview, Nick. Good luck out there today, and we'll have to catch up with you later on in the stages, maybe at the first service park.
Terrific. I look forward to it.
All right. Thanks a lot. That was Nick Roberts, super production driver here in Rally America at SnoDrift 2015. All right, we are here with David Higgins, able to catch up with David here before the start of the SnoDrift Rally. We're getting ready for some Parc expose here in a few minutes. But how's everything going, David? New car, coming off a championship, run last year that was one for the record books. So, how are you feeling about 2015?
Yeah, obviously really excited to get the championship going again. We've got the new 2015 car that we've been really excited to have. The testing's gone absolutely fantastic in the car, and I've never in all my years of rallying been able to put a car on the stage and within two corners feel as comfortable as we have, and that's testament to one, the product that we get from Subaru to start with, but secondly the great job that our engineers and Vermont Sports Car and the whole team have done. We literally didn't do any setting changes at all, so it's great to come into an event like this because this is one of those rallies which is all about confidence. You're never battling against competitors on this rally, you're just going against the surface, but I'm really looking forward to getting out there and putting this thing sideways and putting on a good show and enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, and talking about getting sideways, I know with SnoDrift Rally, it's very easy to do in this one. The only snow-dedicated rally on the calendar. How do you approach this rally a little bit different than, say, the others?
Yeah, it's very, very different. The car setup is the first, which is very different. The tyres are the biggest challenge, really, because we have a very good tyre that works on the ice. We have a very good tyre that works on the snow. But unfortunately, both don't cross over onto the opposite. So, you have sections where you have a reasonable amount of grip, considering we have no studded tyre, but then as soon as you go onto the opposite surface, you have absolutely nothing. So the car has to be set up a little bit looser so it can turn in easier. The differentials are set very, very different. And, obviously the car runs as soft as we can get to get good traction. But, it feels quite good, and the car so far has been okay. The problem we had leading up to the rally, there hasn't been so much snow about, and then during the recce and the night before there was very, very heavy snow. But the problem is now you can't see the edges of the roads, and although there looks like quite deep snow, it packs very, very quickly, so all it's really doing is hiding the grip level, so we can't really read what the road's going to be like. So it's going to be good fun, it's going to be a big challenge, and this rally is like one of those, it's like Monte Carlo rally in the World Championship. The road conditions itself, just keeping going, keeping good momentum going, and trying not to get too flustered what other people do regarding times is the tough one. And it is the most mentally challenging rally you can ever do, really. But it's a challenge I enjoy. We've got a great team behind us, and I'm hoping we can start the year off like we did last year.
Yeah, and I know, looking at last year, I guess you were about as close to a perfect season as you can get. I think one rally evaded you. So obviously in the plans, you got to be going for the perfect season this year, right? Yeah,
to be honest, I try not to think too much about that. Every rally I do, I want to go and do my best job I can, and for sure every rally I go to, my intention is to try and win that rally. But we're in it for the championship, and we want to win the championship, and hopefully we'll have people like Ken Block can come up and do some events and different things, and for those guys to show up on random events with no championship and nothing to worry about, they can drive in a slightly different way than what we have to when we've got a full championship to go. So it'd be nice to be one of those guys that has no pressure, nothing to worry about, just turn up and have a race and go. But we're looking at the bigger picture, and for me the championship is always more important than the actual event result. But in saying that, I'm a competitive guy and I hate losing, so I'll be going for it like always.
Yeah, and talking about 2015 or 2014, excuse me, you had a full-time teammate last year in Travis Pastrana. How was that in helping develop the car and testing in between events? Always two heads are better than one, right?
Yeah, it's good. Like, having a teammate is always easier because you can throw ideas by, and if one person's thinking something, but it's also, you've got to be quite disciplined in concentrating on what you do yourself, because if you start listening too much to other people, you can get confused as well. So it's great for having twice the amount of data to go into. And it's a shame that with Travis's schedule he's not about this year, because when you have a new car going, for sure it'd be better to have two cars out there so we can get twice as much information, we can try different things. But last year was great fun with Travis. He's a super tough competitor, and he hates losing as much as I do, so we had some interesting battles. So I hope his schedule can allow him to get out and do as much as he can this year.
Well, that 2015 car is going to be pretty exciting for you, knowing, you got it pretty dialed here for the first rally at SnoDrift, but chances are throughout the year it's going to do nothing but get faster.
Yeah, exactly. We've got some good plans for the car already. What we use on this rally is very, very specialised, like we said before, but, 100 Acre will be the real true test to see what the car's like. But, so far, everything we've done with the car has been great. Just the simple driving position, the car with the shape of the screen and everything now, it's much, much easier to place the car, get the front where you want it to be. So everything so far is very, very good, but I'm although I'm looking forward to this rally, I'm super excited about getting on 100 Acre, where we can really see what the new developments, the new stiffer chassis and all those things that are in this car as standard will make it better for the gravel. But for this one, it's going to be that little bit different.
Yep. Well, I appreciate you taking some time with me. I know getting ready to kick this event off here in a couple hours, and good luck today and tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see you on the podium here tomorrow night.
Yep, look forward to talking to you again throughout the rally.
All right, thank you. That was David Higgins with Subaru Rally Team USA. All right, well, coming off an interview with David Higgins, I guess it's only right to have Rob Weir with Subaru Rally Team USA, the man behind this 2015 Subaru WRX STI. How's everything going, Rob?
Excellent, Jim. I love this rally coming out to this event. Back in 2004, this was the first rally I ever experienced. Somebody, a friend of mine, where I was in the Detroit area where I grew up, said, hey, you want to go check out a rally race? And didn't know much about it except for what was happening in WRC internationally, and got hooked. And fast forward about 10 years later, now keeping an eye on Subaru Rally Team USA.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, that's definitely getting its hooks in you. 10 years ago, just knowing a little bit about rally, and now heading one of the top rally programs in in the country.
Yeah, it gave me that addiction to rally and being out in the elements. And what's really cool about this event, it's everybody earns sort of a badge of honor, not only the competitors and the crew, but even the spectators, because you have to endure the elements with everybody else, and it's ever changing. Sometimes it's snowing, sometimes you're getting today it's bright out, so there's going to be a lot of glare out there, and it's just awesome to have everybody out here in great spirit and see everybody fight the elements and each other at the same time.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this new 2015 car, because I know all off season everybody's been hearing about it. There's been teasers. Finally it's here. It's at SnoDrift. It's in the flesh. You guys are ready to unleash it out on this rally over the course of 2 days. Tell us a little bit about the car and what's gone into it, because a lot of teams. I mean, you guys dominated the championship last year. A lot of people be happy with that car going into this year, but you guys definitely still continue to trying to progress and step up your game.
Yeah, Jim. So. We had an evolution with the WRX and the STI becoming a new car and a new platform starting at the beginning of last year. So we put it in the careful hands of Vermont Sports Car, who's our technical partner for Subaru Rally Team USA. And what we found in the production car is also helping us out here with the rally cars. The car had a great deal of focus with chassis stiffening and rigidity, and so inherently in the street car, what we're getting in the rally car is showing up quickly as feedback we've gotten from the engineers and from David. Mostly the running drivetrain of the car is a carryover. We've had a lot of success, so we're sticking with what works, of course, and also there's not much change in the spec of rules for Rally America, so we stuck with that and put all our attention on things like weight distribution. It's a completely new roll cage design that not only improved the safety of the vehicle, which is most important, but also improved the rigidity. So a little bit of weight distribution, a little more stiffness, and immediately the feedback's been extremely positive in the last 2 weeks of testing that we've had.
Well, in talking about that, hearing you talk about that, I know, there's a lot of auto manufacturers that race, but it sounds like, with Subaru in particular, I mean, things you learn in the race program, do transfer over into what people see in the street version of the Subaru WRX STI.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Subaru, if you go back far enough into the 90s, when it was the days of, WRC and Colin McRae, those were in legacies, and then that car gave birth really to the WRX, which we're still racing today. And those cars are all-wheel drive, 4-cylinder turbocharged cars, which is the ideal setup for a rally car. So it's authentic to us to be here and to do it. And along the way, we've learned a lot. We've learned a lot in developing not only stuff like Group N and super production parts, but also the open class stuff. And that stuff has trickled back into production cars and also in some of the STI performance parts that you can get off the shelf. Those are rally designed pieces that people can use, even on the street.
Yeah. Well, here we are at SnoDrift, one of the iconic events on the Rally America calendar, the only snow event. What are your predictions for race day later today?
Anything can happen. It's the first event of the year. We have a lot of confidence going in this event with our experience and with the great talent that we have with David and Craig Drew. But anything can happen. You can get surprised. We do have a brand new car, and as hard as you work to make sure you have every little bug figured out, life can throw you some surprises, especially in rallies. So we definitely take every event seriously, and we'll push as hard as we can to make sure we get the time and distance out there. So if we do have an issue, we can come back from it. It's a long weekend. You go late into the night. It's dark. This event throws a ton of surprises at you and elements. So got to push. Got to put the Super in front.
All right. Well, I think that's a good spot to leave us with, but we'll definitely keep up with, up to date with you guys throughout the race weekend, and catch up with you later on and see how the program's going.
Excellent. Thanks, Jim.
All right. We are here at Parc Expose with Open Class driver Adam Yeoman. How's everything going, Adam?
Yeah, great. I'm super excited to get started with the rally, so it should be a great day.
Yeah, this is this got to be one of the most diverse conditions for any rally that you run all year. How do you guys approach this one specifically with the snowy conditions?
Yeah, snowdrift is always tough, and really there's never the right tire to be out on. There's so many different conditions on each stage. Really, every corner is different, so you just got to get the best compromise and try and pick the best tire. And yeah, just get out there and see what it's like and push where you can, and it's all about finesse here, so just make it to the end of the day.
Well, talking about this year, I mean, how are you approaching this year, differently than last year? Obviously, you guys had a solid run last year, put together some good results. What are the plans for 2015?
Yeah, we were second in the championship last year, which was awesome for us. It's what we worked towards all year, but we just want to improve. And so to do that, we got to start winning rallies. We got to take the fight to David in the factory Subaru. I don't think we'll do it here. He's good in the snow, and I don't really like this event. But hopefully later in the year, we'll show some good pace and be able to fight with him for some top spots at the podium.
All right, and I know some of the big news this offseason, at least here at SnoDrift, expanding to 2 cars under the FY Racing banner. That's going to be pretty exciting for you, especially Brenton Kelly. He's a veteran, been around the sport for quite a while.
Yeah, it's great. Brenton works for us. He's usually a mechanic on my car, and he's a local down here to the Alpina area, and so he's going to run a couple of rallies. We're going to run his car, and then looking at running a couple other cars throughout the year. So it's good for the team. Team's been awesome last year. We had a great year, and so it's nice to expand it. And, hopefully we'll keep building and growing and see how the year goes.
Well, this is got to be pretty cool for you, especially out here at Parc Expose. All these fans around, and you've been able to interact with some of the people that follow you on social media and things like that.
Yeah, it's awesome. And snowdrift, it's always great for it. I'm always amazed how dedicated the people who come to this rally are. I would never go watch this. Freeze my ass. It sounds like no fun, but the people here are amazing. They come out for Parc Expose. They're hanging out in the woods all day to watch the cars, and so it's awesome to see so many people here. It's great to shake some hands and sign some posters, so it's a good deal.
Yeah, and I know, talking about the conditions, I know compared to last year, I guess this is pretty good conditions, all things considered. 6 inches of snow, I hear, dropped yesterday, though. How's that affect your game plan?
Yeah, we did a fair bit of testing for the event in no snow, because that's what we thought it was going to be down here. Until yesterday, there was none. And so it kind of throws us for a loop, changes our tire choice a little bit, but you just got to get out there and adapt and see what it's like and push hard where you can.
Yeah, for sure. And, I think this is definitely one. You kind of see how it goes over the course of 2 days and make adjustments, in between in the surface areas, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just making back into service in the first loop, get a feel for it, and try to make a better choice on tires and setup and fight for the rest of the rally. So getting into the first service is important, and see what happens from there.
All right. Well, this is Adam Yeoman, and this is 2015 Snowdrift Rally. We're here at Parc Expose. Thanks a lot, Adam.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right. We've had a chance to record with some of the top drivers in Rally America. We're down here downtown Lewiston, here at the site of Parc Expose for the 2015 Snowdrift Rally. And I got to tell you, conditions today, absolutely epic for a snow rally. About 6 inches of fresh snow yesterday. Weather is solid. Looking at a little bit above zero, or about 5-6 degrees, I think, is the forecast. But virtually no wind out here. So conditions very, very good. This is rumored to be possibly one of the fastest runnings in the history of the Snowdrift Rally. So we'll see if that comes through or comes true. But right now, epic conditions out here. Looks like we've got a total of 36 drivers entered in the Snowdrift Rally. That includes both national and regional entries. First off the line is going to be David Higgins and Craig Drew. Adam Yeoman is going to be second off the line. We got Lachlan O'Sullivan in third. Nick Roberts fourth. Peter Fatella fifth. Gary Gill in sixth. We've got Troy Miller in seventh. So, solid group of drivers off the start. Other notables, we've got the brothers, Colin Robinson in the Honda Civic, as well as James Robinson in the 2015 Honda Fit. We've got them down there. We've got the lone female entry, driving entry of Amanda Scaley. She's down there in a regional entry as well. So going to be a solid group of drivers, a great running of the 2015 Rally America Snowdrift Rally. This is Jim Beaver for Rally America Radio. We will catch up with you from Service Park 1, the only service park today, later on today. So airings today, we're at 2 o'clock Eastern Time for this episode. Also, we're going to be at 6 Eastern Time. That is going to be for our Service Park show, and then we're going to wrap things up at 9 o'clock Eastern Time tonight here at Lewiston at the Snowdrift Rally. So 3 airings today. Thanks for tuning in to Rally America Radio. We will see you at the first Service Park here in just a couple of hours.
The Subaru WRX and WRX STI, a 268 horsepower turbocharged Subaru Boxer engine, rockets the WRX around corners and down straightaways. A race-ready 305 horsepower turbocharged Subaru Boxer engine keeps the WRX STI a rally legend. The Subaru WRX and WRX STI, it's not a sibling rivalry, it's a tag team. Get the latest from Subaru Rally Team USA at Subaru.com/rally.